Welcome back, guys. I'm Jake Ellenbogen. Today, we're going to be talking about Davis Allen in this whole series that has gone on a little bit of a hiatus. I took a little bit of a break just over the weekend or so after the John Johnson signing. But before we dive into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Also, be sure to follow me on all social media at JK Bogan, including Instagram. And before we get started, as you can see in the back, I do have Kyron Williams' jersey up there. And I just want to give a special shout out to my friend Jordan Phillips, who sent that to me as part of a jersey bet that we made. I think the original bet was somewhere along the lines of, would the Rams win 5 games? If they didn't, Jordan would have gotten a jersey from me. If they did, I would have gotten a jersey from him. So he held up his end of the bargain, and I really do appreciate that because, man, that jersey in the background looks really nice, and I am going to be wearing that this year because Kyron Williams is one of my favorite players, I think, to ever don the horn. So very excited about that, yeah, appreciate you, Jordan. All right, let's do it. So Davis Allen, all right, this is somebody, if you guys are new here, okay, then you don't have the lore of Davis Allen on this channel. I was a big fan of him coming out of Clemson. He was one of my favorite tight ends that I scouted in that draft, in the 2023 NFL draft. He was drafted in the 5th round, 175th overall by the Rams. And this is somebody that I saw as really in a draft with some tight ends that I liked. I thought Davis Allen was somebody that was kind of hidden, not really talked about nearly enough, and felt like he was arguably a top 5 tight end in that draft. And so what we ended up finding out is that he's pretty damn good. We saw it at Clemson, his like 80%, contested catch rate, improvement as a blocker each year. And then he comes to the Rams, and he wasn't utilized a ton, but when they counted on him, he came through. 10 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown. This was down the stretch of the season. Didn't really get a ton of opportunities. And then in the playoffs, he, of course, caught 2 passes for 28 yards, including a first down. So I'm actually really excited about the potential of Davis Allen, who is 23 years old, turned 23 in February. He's somebody that, has great size and athleticism for the position, can be a seam buster, can work outside, can work inside. He's an improving blocker, and I like that he's in a Sean McVay offense for starters. So, look, I'm not going to sit here and say Davis Allen is the next Travis Kelce, but what I will say is that despite the fact that the Rams do have Tyler Higbee, who will be back from an injury at some point this year, and they did go out and sign Colby Parkinson, I still think Davis Allen is going to have a legitimate role in this offense and could be really good this season and beyond. Now, again, I am well aware Colby Parkinson is rocking the horns this year. I'm well aware he signed a 3-year deal, and I am very high on him as well. But I also think it's important to realize that Davis Allen is a fearless receiver over the middle of the field. Stafford is not going to throw you the ball if he can't trust you, and he can trust Davis Allen. We saw he had multiple games this past year where he caught some key and critical plays, down the stretch. I mean, you go back to, of course, the Ravens game. He caught 4 of 5 for 50 yards and, of course, his first career touchdown. And then he caught, and again, the big thing with him was moving the chains because, he gets first downs. He helped, obviously, in the 49er game, 4 catches for 25. He caught a pass for 14 against Washington. And, he wasn't really utilized a ton outside of that. But down the stretch, they did start to use him more. And obviously, when Tyler Higbee got hurt, he had 2 catches for 28 yards, including a first down conversion. So, small sample size. I'm not here to tell you that, he's got such a big track record. He was a rookie last year. And I'll say this right now. Rookie tight end has to be one of the hardest positions by far. So we could talk about cornerback all day because anybody that has to backpedal against these NFL receivers in their rookie year, obviously learning the speed of everything, yes, that's going to be a hard position. Being a quarterback, having to go about audibles and, changing the protections at the line and, actually receiving information in real time and having to spit it back out in a manner where everybody can understand it on the offense. But in general, you also have to be able to have enough time to snap the football and then actually execute. So quarterback is not easy to play either as a rookie. But tight end, you have to effectively play two positions. You have to be a wide receiver and you have to be an offensive lineman. So rookie tight ends never really do much of anything, which is why I'm not holding Davis Allen's lack of getting to 100 yards even against him. And the thing I'll say is that some of the best tight ends, I mean, we'll see, obviously, they're tight ends that have had great rookie years. Laporta obviously stands out. Pitts going over 1,000 yards his first year. That's fair. But you go back, you look at, say, George Kittle, okay? George Kittle set the record his second season in the league. He's had 3 1,000-yard seasons, okay? And his first year, and albeit, I thought it was pretty good, it's not the George Kittle that you would expect. His first year, he had 43 receptions for 515 yards and 2 touchdowns. And that's really good. He was drafted in the 5th round. But that's not George Kittle. That's not the George Kittle that you know. And so you go through it, and you could find plenty of tight ends that just didn't do wonders in their first year. And so, to me, I think it's important to realize that, end of the day, this is a position that, takes a little bit. There's a growing curve. There's a learning curve. By the way, Tyler Higbee, almost identical stats his rookie year to, aforementioned Davis Allen. Allen finished the season, caught 10 passes on 11 targets for 95 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Higbee caught 11 passes for 85 yards and a touchdown. So similar thing there. Higbee, of course, had his best year in 2019, going for 734 yards on 69 receptions for 3 touchdowns. The most he's ever had in a season is 5. I think Allen could be more of a red zone threat than Higbee's been. But I also really do like Higbee, and I think there is a benefit to having him in the room, okay? This is a veteran. He's a leader. He's 31 years old, okay? So Allen can learn from him. He can learn from Parkinson. He can learn from Sean McVay, and he can learn from Matthew Stafford and the rest of these guys. So I'm very excited and very bullish on the long-term future of Davis Allen because while, Colby Parkinson, of course, signed a 3-year deal, I think Davis Allen could be brought back on another deal after when it's all said and done because he's got 3 more years on his deal as well. But we'll see what ends up happening in that regard. 2024, what can we expect? Because again, these aren't stat projection videos, but they kind of give you an idea of where I'm kind of seeing the 2024 season going for a guy like, say, Davis Allen or anybody that I talk about. And the reality is I could see Allen going for 600 yards. I could see him going for 400. I think the floor is like 350. Okay. I think the floor is like 350. I think he's going to have way more than 10 catches this year. I think he has a chance to be heavily featured. And I think he has a chance to fend off Tyler Higbee. If he fends off Colby Parkinson, takes over as the number 1 tight end, he can fend off Tyler Higbee coming off an injury. Wouldn't be surprised. So I think the thing that people talk about and they rave about with Davis Allen is the maturation. And he's very mature, okay? And this is somebody that, he's young, and last year was his rookie year, but he played important football at Clemson, a great program. So I like Davis Allen a lot. I like that he had a little rapport with Stafford down the stretch, and I did not turn a blind eye to that. The last time we saw him in a Rams uniform, he caught 2 passes for 28 yards, all 2 targets, right? So we'll see what ends up happening. But I think Davis Allen is going to be in for a good year. And I want to push back on the narrative that you can't give this guy too much of a projection because they're going to run the football and so forth. Here's the common misconception about projections and all this, okay? If your offense is dominant and can't be stopped, which I think this offense could end up being that good. If your offense is at that level, there's no cap. There's no limit. You can't just be like, you can't predict 1,500 yards for Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp and then give Davis Allen 350. There's just not enough. What do you mean there's not enough? If they're constantly on the field and they're constantly moving the ball, moving the chains and scoring points, it's unlimited. You could continue to score points. The only thing that limits you is the clock. So, I understand projections. This isn't a stat projection video, though. And the reality is Davis Allen has a lot going for him, and he's only going to get better. So I'm really excited about his long-term future. I think he was underdrafted. I thought he was definitely a top 3-round pick in 2023. So I think the Rams absolutely stole him, and I'm excited to see the future for him. But those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments section below what you guys think about Davis Allen, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, folks. Later. Do you love talking about the Rams, the NFL, or just want to be a part of a community? Join my free Discord server today. We're over 800 members. We got 24/7 live chat, a level 3 boosted server, the ability to call into JE Live, playing online games with us on Kick streams, toggleable alerts for when I go live on YouTube or Kick so you don't miss a live stream, and exclusive giveaways. Click the link in the description, the comments section, or the link that comes up in the video to learn more and join today.